Oh, yes, I am. I have my job. I said, that's the point. My job. That's everybody works hard. They're paid.
Well, I remember when I picked him up, this was a couple years ago, and I saw Ian, and he said, wow, I gave EJ the camera, and he went out and took photos. And I'm like, oh, okay. I just figured maybe around the building. No, around the town. You know, that was big for me. And Ian came from the perspective of, you know, he's really good. He took some awesome shots. I was amazed. I'm Katie Gricillo, and I'm EJ Gricillo's mother.
And I'm George Gricillo, and I'm EJ Gricillo's father.
Well, we live in the town of Somers, New York, and EJ started in program pretty much 3 months after he was born. So I would put this little child on a school bus to go about 20 miles. It's a school for special needs. Eventually he went to a program there, but then Somers opened up and decided to develop some programs.
The program was wonderful, really very inclusive, and the special ed teacher that he had was very much about making them part of the school community and giving them as many opportunities as they could. And he really had a strong interest in football, and he ended up working his way into being part of the football team.
There's one boy whose mere presence is more inspiration than any scoring blitz.
He wanted to play. So actually it was the other players, the other 8th graders that took EJ into the locker room, found equipment for him, brought him out, and looked at Coach Woolsey and said, why can't he play? So with that, he went, yeah, I guess so. It ended up being a story that went as far as an article in the New York Times, ABC, NBC, the Today Show did a piece on it. But what was so beautiful about this is the school, as well as us, we're getting phone calls from all over. How did you do this? We can't even get our child into the school district. I'm a preschool teacher, and one of my moms came up to me after ESPN had done a piece about EJ being on a football team. And this one particular mom, her friend was watching this piece, and he's thinking, wow, this is a great piece. 3 months later, his wife gave birth to a Down syndrome boy. He looked at his wife and said, easy peasy, he'll be able to play football. And that was because he saw that piece of EJ. That's what the Prospector has done. The same thing that we experience in our school district, and believe me, we were very lucky. This is what the Prospector is doing. It's this ripple effect. Well, if my son can do this, or if my daughter can do this, they can.
It was an example of giving someone an opportunity to achieve some dream that they had. And there's something always been very special about EJ. If he wants something, he somehow manages to get it done. He has this strength to just accomplish things.
So the Prospector is that piece that was missing. Actually, in high school, he was in a transition program. So they went out to various places to work, basically more or less for the experience. But they were very limited in what they could do. And they were always in a controlled environment. He was always watched, and that he didn't like.
There was no social interaction at all. It was, oh, there's EJ, the dishwasher. It was a very lonely environment.
And
for him.
eventually he started resenting going, and he didn't want to work there anymore. A friend of mine who actually knows Valerie Jensen told us about the Prospector Theater. It was in the process of being built. And when he started here, that's what I think helped him to that next level of maturity, is giving him that confidence.
Oh, absolutely. There was a time where you would present him with some new task or challenge, let's say mowing the lawn. He would say, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. He was very shy, very cautious of any new environment.
His personality, once he feels comfortable, then you see this total, I don't know, happy-go-lucky guy come out. But it took him a long time when he first started with the theater.
I even remember, I think the first day we brought him to the theater, he wouldn't come in. He had a meltdown and he sat in the car. We had to literally slowly bring him.
Well, he had to
bring him
come
out.
to terms with it. He would get out of the car, but he walked in here and pretty much the first thing he said is, I want to work here.
Doing work hard is my best friend, the friends, the students, and players, but the friends, they all thank you.
This is what's so funny about EJ working at a movie theater, is that he doesn't like to go to movies. Yeah, he wouldn't go into the theaters.
That's right.
Right, he wouldn't go into movie theaters.
That's right.
It probably took a year. It probably took a year before finally EJ would go into the theater and he'd, no, I'm not going. And that's the thing that has helped him immensely, is working here and figuring out, okay, I need to take a breath. They gave him tools on how to transition, actually tools on how to go into the theater. And it's taken a while, believe me, but it's working.
I love it, and there is my good job. Work hard.
That's the difference here, is there's no limit to what they can do, but there is an expectation as well.
In the beginning, if he didn't want to do something, he would just kind of say no and storm out. Now he's more open, and he really enjoys doing all different tasks, and he'll even take on new challenges. In the past, his focus used to be so scattered. So like now, as an example, emptying the dishwasher. The thing that was really wonderful is
He doesn't even do that.
that's a whole. I don't work at the Prospector. He really has grown a lot on that level as far as completing a task fully, and also just the community that has been developed. He looks forward to coming to the Prospector. He enjoys working. He enjoys creating.
I mean, working with Ian in the production just took it to a level where he was actually hands-on. And that really inspired him, because he has a camera now.
Yeah, Prospector truly, was a catalyst in feeding his passions. He didn't realize he could really take still pictures or videos. He loves to work, and he loves having the opportunities for all of these different experiences that are provided by the Prospector and their wonderful people.
He's never been able anywhere else have that opportunity.
Yeah, and that's a key word with Prospector, opportunities to find their sparkle.
Yeah.
All you have is my best